All right, everyone, it is Tuesday, and we've got to go, man. We've got a lot of, well, not that many cards. Enough cards today to talk about, but some really cool stuff, and there was some nice Q&A points from MoriP from the stream today, so we'll just go through all of them. First off, we've got a Sunrise Egg. Looks kind of nice. Effect is still the same as before, just when this unit is drawn upon, if you win second, draw a card. You know, it's got, like, I think it's the manga art or something, so this is the egg. It's a trick star right there. Apparently this is one of the Diabolos boys, so yeah, it's pretty cool. Don't know if we're gonna get this one in English, but you know, the PRs have been coming out for us quite a bit, so that's nice. This is a shop tournament PR, so this is Knight of Treasured Bow Vitrinus. Like, it's okay, right? It's a shop tournament PR. These things have been coming out in English lately, which is great. Cards themselves, I don't think this card's that great, but we'll take a look at it. So, Con, backward regard circle. If 2 or more regards were called by your card's ability this turn, this unit gets boost in power 5000. So it's like kind of like unite. And the second effect is auto when this unit is put on the guardian circle. Other than from the rearguard circle, cost Soul Blast 1 until the end of the battle. When this unit would be retired, you may move it to an open back row rearguard circle instead. So call from hand to guardian circle, or from like Gurgit's effect, anything like that, not an intercept. Then, yeah, you get to get a free kind of card for that, for Soul Blast 1. So it's not really free. Soul Blast 1 is a pretty heavy cost. But I guess like Gold Paladin nowadays doesn't really care. The soul is pretty good for them. It's just not a great card, right? It's not a great card, so overall it's like, where's the slot for this? And I don't really think there is, which is great because it's a PR. So you don't, like, PR shouldn't be broken like Pursuit of Soul, right? Second PR we're getting is Veteran Janitor Siga. Auto regard circle at the end of your turn, cost Soul Blast 1 and retire all of your regards in the same column as this unit. If you retire 2 units, choose one of your vanguards and search your deck for up to 1 card with the same card name as that card, and reveal it and put it into your hand and shuffle your deck. So this is great nature. It's kind of like it's average, I guess. Like Soul Blast 1 and retire all of your regards in the same column. So, you know, Soul Blast 1, retire this and the other card in the column, and then you can search your deck for one of your vanguards. So you're basically searching for a copy of itself. Great nature right now is so like big hamster, but this doesn't really mesh with hamster. Big bellies. Isabel, I guess. I mean, I guess Isabel is kind of nice because it works anywhere else. It's like in a matchup where you want to empty your field, great nature currently in standard doesn't really have many ways to empty their field, so this helps you do that. But at the same time, you're soul blasting 1, negating 2 to +1, so that's not that great. That's not that great. All right, moving on. We have a D card, and this is Flash Scissors Monster Scissors Bar, and this is for Brandgate. Auto regard circle. When this unit attacks, if you have a set order in your order zone, Soul Blast 1, and this unit gets plus 5000 power until the end of that battle. So a pretty average card, right? The 10k grade 2 plus 5k power line is very nice to have, but I mean the restrictions for this is very easy. It's just if you have a set order in your order zone. So basically both decks can run it. It's just a Soul Blast 1 to get 5k seems pretty low value, you know, pretty low value. So I'm not sure. It feels not great, but again, it's a PR, so I mean, PRs shouldn't be broken. I guess, like, if you want to just play a bunch of cards that hit 15k, it's not bad. It's like not bad. So you probably don't really have the slot for this. Is one of the last slots you want to get, because kind of everything else already gets like this kind of skill. So this is kind of your secondary 15k beater, which you probably want to run other stuff like instead of this one. So not amazing, but now to the amazing stuff. We have Zorga Support, so Regurgitation from the Underworld. Play this with cost Counterblast 1 and Soul Blast 1. Choose any player's rearguard, retire it, choose up to 1 card with the same grade as that card from your drop zone, and call it to rearguard. If this is part of Alchemagic, you may choose up to 2 instead of 1 to call. So this is really good. Like, even the art is like disgusting, right? It's regurgitation from the underworld. Wow, it is like the underworld is vomiting, dude, and it is vomiting good units from your drop zone. And this is one of those cards where you're like, I would not feel bad if I had to play it by itself. You know, I play it with Alchemagic, just insane because you're -1ing your opponent and then +2ing on your side. So it's like maybe it's like a +3, right? It's like, yeah. And then again, you can retire your own things to pop them back if they have really good effects, right? Like if you have a mantis, you pop the mantis, get the mantis, you can get 2 mantises back, right? That's pretty good. If your opponent has a grade 1, you know, pop that, get mantis back. If it has a grade 3, pop that, you can get like 2 Zorgas out, and then you can bounce them back. And it's pretty good. You can even play this in Magnolia, but I kind of wonder, maybe you have other stuff you can already play in Magnolia. But yeah, this is really, really good in Zorga. This is what Zorga needs. Another good order that they can get. So now you can like combo with like the you can combo with the Soul Blast like negator, and this becomes just a counterblast one. But yeah, you got like Zorga himself calls something back. This with the spiritual bonding condensation calls 2 back. You basically get 3 back just from the drop zone without much fuss. And then if you like Alchemagic with this, you get 4 back, like 4 back in a turn. That's crazy. It's a full field. You might not even have to run that the Soul Blast 2 order anymore, the one that mills 4. This one is just a better way of getting it, right? So this is very nice. This is really good order. Second card they got was Rogue Headhunter. Con Rearguard Circle. If you played an order this turn, this unit gets power plus 5,000. And then the second effect is when this unit is placed on the Rearguard Circle, the next time you would Alchemagic an order and play it this turn, reduce that cost by Counterblast 1. So you reduce from the total cost and doesn't countercharge if the number becomes negative, right? This is a really good card. This is the first triple R that is revealed from set 2. This is like basically a better card from your like ride line, right? Like your ride line card, like I think it's like Rancor Chain. Is it? It's like I mean that's got a Vanguard effect, and the secondary effect is like kind of nothing. It's like I think it's a plus 2k. 2k is it? I think it's plus 5k. It's like basically a built-in Mantis with another good effect on it, right? So you play this, and then your previous card you're regurgitating is free, CB-less, and then you can combo with other cards that negate Soul Blast. So it's just free cards, free cards, free cards. And then if you play like this with like Despair, the Despair order, then you know it's just a CB1, which is very, very manageable. Because you know Zorga's already using a CB1, this is using a CB1, so it's kind of heavy CB cost. If you want to combo with the Grief, Despair, and Rejection, all that, that's like another CB. That's like 3 CB a turn. So being able to like play this is great, right? This is great. You can play like multiple. I wonder if it stacks. If it stacks, then like Connolly stacks. So maybe this stacks. If you play multiple of these a turn, you can totally negate like Counterblast cost, and that is really, really good. So overall, these Zorga cards are really nice. I think Zorga is like one of the stronger decks in the meta at the moment. It's like tier 2. You can agree with me or not, but I think it's pretty strong. The problem with it right now is consistency, and this really adds to the consistency of the deck, which is excellent. Excellent. Yeah, there was also a question and answer with MoriP today. Apparently, he got a lot of hate mail, especially from the global guys, about encounter cards. They sent some very unnice words to him. So you guys just chill out, man. Just chill out. You don't need to send. You can express your passion in a more constructive way, right? If you're angry and you send someone like "you're an idiot, Lamau," nostalgia, no one's gonna care, right? No, the people are gonna read that. It'll probably get filtered by the spam filter, right? But if you send like a good thing, like you go, I don't really agree with you bringing counter cards like this. You know, maybe we could you could release it later or something like that. Maybe I'm afraid of power creep. Let them know constructively, and then they'll respond constructively. Because you know, like Bushiroad right now, they're entering that stage of actually communicating with its audience, especially like, with MoriP being able to talk in English as well. I think every time he's talked to people or gone public, he's been also mentioning the overseas like player base. So give him some respect, because he's definitely giving us some respect. And then at least we can make Vanguard go better, because it's doing well. It's doing well, right? We've seen all the hype surrounding the start decks. There's lots of people really wanting to get into the game. The anime, although some people have their opinions on the anime, it's definitely brought in people into the game as well. So right now we're in a stage of growth, and we want to keep that going, right? Keep that going, get that train rolling. Other things he's mentioned was that they are like, there's no premium product, like an actual premium product this year, except for the one that we're getting in English. So that is likely probably going to be a reprint. But, right, they're looking at the premium metagame overall, just going, hey, there's like, we got to put maintenance into it. Because I know, you know, people know, other people know, a lot of VanTubers do know that premium is pretty messed up right now. And I think we're going to see in a couple of weeks in Springfest how messed up it's going to be. But yeah, it's not a great meta to play with at the moment. So they're looking into maintenance for that, and that will probably take a while, because they also did mention there's a bunch of cards that aren't released in English, and that's not just like old like premium stuff like Bearlock, you know, Symbol Monkey, things like that. There's also things like, you know, V promos that we haven't got. So maybe, like he mentioned, that the product will be kind of different in like English and Japan, just because English might need to be catching up with that. So we might get like a set where we get a bunch of old promos we never got in V, and that'll be really good. That'll be really good. That is premium support as well, because, you know, any card that is released is premium support. But yeah, so I think they're probably going to take like the rest of this year to kind of design or have a like gather a good idea on what premium is going to be and how they want to move forward with it. Because like to us, right? To us, we know the problems that we can easily just ban everything. We have to think long term and how this will be affecting, you know, the sets that are being released, because they have a long term view on the game. They know what's coming out soon that we don't know. We can just go ban, 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 ban. But they probably have another idea on how they want to approach it, and it's gonna take some time before they maybe release. Hopefully they release a product next year, and hopefully it's kind of like, I don't hate Premium Collection. I think Premium Collection was cool, but we can say that Premium Collection 1 really changed the metagame in a way and really accelerated it to a point where even Premium Collection 2, all that Zarzan, the Huangs, really accelerated the game to a point where we're in this current mess right now where, you know, it's loop central and all that stuff. So if they can take their time to design product that will not just be power creep central, I think everyone will be happy about that, right? Everyone will be pretty happy about that. It also comes down to why they're only designing they're only releasing sets every 3 months rather than before where it was like every 1 month, because they did acknowledge that there was a lot of power creep back then. So they're kind of slowing down the releases so they can actually playtest. They can actually, you know, playtest more their own game, which is great. It also means we don't have to spend money every month on new stuff, power creeping out old stuff. Of course, they still release other product, right? They have like V Collection, all that. That's kind of like side stuff. That's for another format. So let's say if you're a D player, if you're a standard player, you get stuff every 3 months. You know, if you're deep into Vanguard, you can still spend that money, right? V Collection, that comes out in between those stuff, those things, those 3 month release. So buy that, and you have something else that can really, you can play for the rest of the months as well. And maybe 3 formats might actually work. So I do like how they're kind of slowing down their releases. They're putting their time into actually thinking about their game rather than just pushing out product. Because basically the entirety of last year, last half of last year to me was just like, we got product we need to push, and this is, we just shove it down their throats. They're gonna like it, but they didn't. We didn't like it, right? So now they're slowing it down. We're gonna have, you know, they basically we get every nation gets support every set anyway. So it's not like we have to push things out so every clan gets support. Every nation gets support, so 3 months they can at least do more things with it, and then, you know, taking their time with the premium metagame. So overall, I think those are the big key points that really came out from today's thing. They did talk a lot about encounter cards as well. But you know, encounter cards, I didn't really see the big deal about it. Nostalgia. You guys say you hate nostalgia, but come on. Deep down, you guys love it. When Dragonic Overlord and PBD comes out, you're just gonna lap that up, dude. You guys are gonna, I hate it, but I'm still gonna buy it, right? That's the reality. That's the reality. So that's pretty much all. If you want to see the full translations, check out Different Fights VOD. I'm not sure, he mentioned he might not put it in his video, but check out his VOD because it's definitely there, where he went through the entire hour, right? He went through the entire hour translating everything, and then he translated it again later on because there was just so much more more question and answer thing there. So go check that one out. It's really, really good. But that was basically the quick roundup, and I will see you guys next week. All right? Well, not next. I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, tomorrow. All right. Next video. All right. Bye.